In this video, we'll discover how to use the Bagapie add-on to add some nice assets directly into Blender. So this will be focused more or less for architecture and this kind of creation, environment design as well. So there is a free version and a paid version of this add-on, but the free version is already so much powerful that it will be a crime to not talk about it to you. So let's go with that, and we will go to edit preferences and into the add-ons. First of all, we have to install the add-on. So it's inside the extensions by default, and you will search Bagapie, Baga like this, and you will just install this. You just wait a little. It should not take too much time, so it seems that it's already installed here. And under the add-on section, you will find the Bagapie. Here you have a lot of things that can happen here. What we would like to use is to play with the assets here. So you have to set up Bagapie's parametric library here. And here you can set asset packs that you can download with the paid version if you want to add vegetations or things like that. Everything is included into the paid version of the Bagapie add-on, and it's a very, very powerful add-on. Saves you a lot of time, especially for environment things. So here, let's go there, and we will just set up the Bagapie's parametric library here. Okay, it's done. It's now visible in your libraries. How you see it? You go into the asset browser. Let's go into the asset browser over there, and now you can see that if I just click on all libraries here, I have the Bagapie modifier section over there that will help you to have already a bank of shaders here, a bank of fences, and everything is well, as you can see, organized, and you have several subfolders, like for example the beams, the extras, the fence, the handrails, the shaders, the roof, the sidings, for example, the stairs, the walls. So yeah, a lot of things that you can play with. How it works, basically very easy. For example, let's take a fence, maybe like for example that one, and you can just go there, remove everything, and just click and drag your fence, and that's what you will have. Very easy. Now with these objects are parametrics. So what does it mean? It means that here, if you go into the options of Bagapie, you can see that you have a lot of options directly, and it's really easy to use with height, within, height, a lot of things that you, thickness and everything. So for example, the main here, you can play with the height, or you can play with the offset like this, okay? You want the wall or not, and you want the fence vertical or not, you want the timber posts or not, okay, or the fixation or not, okay, if it's horizontal, vertical, everything that is possible to make with this, you will use it very easily with this. So the option of the wall lets you manage the height of the wall, and the entire object will adapt itself, as you can see. The within of the wall, for example, if you want an even thickness or things like that. So yeah, you can see that it's really powerful. If you go to the curve option here, you can go into edit mode, and you can draw your curve directly on the wall. Like for example, if you go there and you want to drag something like this, you will have your fence all over this, and you can see that it's very powerful. Now you can just remove these ones, for example, and now you have this. So if you have, for example, maybe something that you want to add on a surface, or on maybe on a little, let's add one on a little landscape, okay? So let's go there. I think we did see that already together. No, we didn't see the end landscape yet. So yeah, we will see that later, sorry. I don't want to give you too much information, but as you can see, if you have just a little map that you want to use like this, so it will be very easy to use and to click and drag like that and make your own here map just easily like this. As you can see, you have directly your fence, and it works with all the fences styles that you have here. So for example, let's say I would like to add another one here. You play with the curve again, you go in edit mode, you just click and drag here to draw something, and you will have your fence with this style. So as you can see, it's very, very powerful, save you a lot of time. Imagine that you have to make this by hand, it will be a mess. So yeah, I really recommend you to use this. When you go into the renders, here you have already the shaders that are in place. You can change the shaders by going here into the modifiers. Here you will have the material basis that you can use into this. So let's say, for example, you would like to change that one. You just go and change it to the metal, let's say. Okay, it's nonsense, but yeah, just to show you that it's here that you choose the shader that you have. Okay, so very easy to work with that. You have some handrails, for example, so it's more for it can work with inside design as well, but for outside around the pool or something like that, okay, you just click and drag this, you go in edit mode as usual, and then you just draw like this, and you will have this one that will appear in the right place. So you see, it's so easy to use it, and very satisfying to use that. So let's go into the shaders, and maybe I will make Ctrl Z like this. I still have this. You can click and drag if needed the shaders that you want. Let's say you don't want this wood here, you just click and drag the wood here, and or maybe use it here. It will not work as expected. So in that case, yeah, you cannot, because it's a parametric object. You will have to choose it here from here. But for example, I want the wood dark instead of the wood normal. I just click here, and I will have my wood dark. Okay, so yeah, quite easy to understand. But if you have another object, like for example, that you did create yourself, like a monkey or thing like this, you just click and drag, and you will have your shader directly into it. Same for the metal blue, same for the glass here. So you will have a lot of possibilities just with these little shaders. Already for architecture, you will have almost everything, and then after you can come back to the shader and play. It's just a shader with textures like we did create together. So not that complicated, you just have to change little colors or things like that to make your own, and it's quite easy to do. Okay, so let's come back into the layout here. I will remove everything. You have some roofs, so it will be roofs parts, like for example, let's go with this one here. Okay, so you have a roof part like this very easily. You can choose a new material if it's not here. You can play with different settings over there. So you have different types of roofs like this. You can play with different settings here over there. You have the resolution, you have the length, the entire length here. You have the height if you want to increase the height, the within over there. Okay, so and here you have the repartition. You can increase the number here over there to have a bigger one here. Okay, so you see you have the angle as well if you want to change the angle. Very easy to manage this. And after, you just have to shift the into the y-axis, make a RZ 180 and GY to apply this to a real one. So yeah, very easy, and save you again a lot of time to do that. So as you can see, for architecture, it's really a game changer here. You have the sidings that you can put outside or inside with different styles as well. I will not come back into it. It's the same method here. You will have the possibility to add this like that, okay? And then after, just change the distance here or other parameters that are here, okay? What is good with this technique is that you have actually a plane in edit mode. When you go on top view here, you select the two vertices over there. And when you are on top view in orthographic view, you just extrude that and it will give you the same thing. So it has to be with an angle here or it will not work. Okay, so here that one works only into the x-axis. But yeah, as you can see, you can play with the y-axis as well and with different settings. So yeah, very interesting again. Extrude into the x-axis this time. And you will have this kind of object very easily. You can create an entire wall for that. Talking about wall, we have some walls here that you can play with as well, exactly the same technique. So you just click and drag this one. Now you go in edit mode and you just have to select here a dot and just extrude that to have something sharp, okay? So let's go there, maybe extrude that to have something sharp again and extrude again, and you can see that it makes this kind of pattern very easily as well. You have the wall brick height, thickness, length, so much things to improve your designs and make it very, very realistic, very quick, okay? And then you have the stairs here. We didn't see the stairs yet, but as you can see, yeah, it's not complicated to understand. You just click and drag, you have your stairs. You can put the height, for example, here it's 4 meters, but you can increase the height if needed, okay? You can play with all the settings. You can invert the curve if needed over there. So yeah, you have the rotation, so by default it's 1, but you can increase this at 2, for example, if you want to make 2 turns. So yeah, so much possibilities and so easy to manage that it will be a shame to not use that, honestly. And with all the shaders that are included already, you can see here. So this one will not appear well because we are into EV there, but if I use the ray tracing here, you will see that it's a glass, okay, that will let transparency go there. So yeah, very, very good, very easy to manage architecture with this kind of techniques, okay? And you have the beams here, so same kind of object over there. You just have a basic one and then you just play with the settings here and it will adapt perfectly. Okay, so that's why I wanted you to know about this Bagapie add-on, because it's a good way to understand the asset browser. Very easy to use. You just go into your asset browser, you just tell Bagapie modifier here, and you will have your objects directly. So don't hesitate to use that. Into the next video, we will see how to use the asset browser for the Polyheaven website.